Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News, but we have a Vanderpump Rules update. Some cryptic Instagram posts have led me to a story that it looks like Vanderpump Rules is doing a complete recasting of their show. A lot of people wondered, will they be quitting the show? Will it carry on? Looks like it's going to be carrying on, but with a new cast. Does that mean they can afford cheaper, stars? Possibly. But also it could be a good thing. Bring fresh, young idiots onto the show. It all started here when we had Lala Can't Post This. Very cryptic. She said, "Where to begin? I was a young girl from Salt Lake City who made her way to LA. I would introduce myself as Lauren, but because my childhood best friend referred to me as Lala, my nickname quickly stuck. Sir was a place that became home. I found myself not only sipping on vodka sodas there, but behind a hostess stand. It still to this day is the most intimidating job I've ever had. What does that say about your work? A short time later, the opportunity to be on a show called Vanderpump Rules landed in front of me. I have such mixed feelings right now. It's no secret I do not like change. This is the exception. I want to say thank you for rocking with us for so many years. This show changed my whole life. I'm unbelievably grateful for every moment. I'm unbelievably grateful for Bravo, for NBCU, and for our crew, the entire cast, and most importantly, all of you. We rocked this bee until the wheels fell off." And then she posted a bunch of photos where she is now, where she was then. Look, is it even... It's been 11 years. There's a lot of changes that happened there. But, of course, the cast has evolved. People have come and go, but there's been the core folks, the Sandovals, the her. And makes you wonder, did the Scandoval kill Vanderpump Rules? Now, obviously, it lasted, a season and a half after Scandoval broke. But was it the final jump the shark story that you can't get over? Or did they just realize, these are people moving on with their lives. They're not as interesting as their single lives would have led you to believe. And they've all dated and cheated and swapped spit with each other. I mean, what else could you ask for? So they're bringing in a new cast. We also saw, Ariana hasn't commented. She's probably the biggest star as of recent years to come off the show, of course, hosting Love Island. She's literally doing an ad for every product that's out there. She really flourished after having been cheated on. I mean, could you ask for anything more? Everyone who's been cheated on, it sucks, but you might as well make a few $1,000,000 off of it. And then we have Katie right here saying, "It's a mixed bag, but I wouldn't change a thing. Thank you for the memories and the love the last 11 years. That's right, August. My son's in the room. I'm babysitting right now. Hello, son. I'm making a video. You gotta walk and chew gum at the same time, folks. Sometimes I gotta make a video, and we don't have a babysitter. So old Daddy Daycare's doing his dang thing. Can you believe that, August? Vanderpump Rules is over. It lasted 11 years. You're only 6 months old. My son was born after Scandoval broke. Could you believe that? You're from the post-Scandoval era. When I grew up, it was like, do you remember 9/11? Now it's like, do you remember Scandoval? And he does not. So never forget Scandoval for those of you that are out there. All right, so here's, and then Kristen is pregnant. The Valley star expecting first baby. So a lot of news breaking in the Vanderpump world here. Life goes on. So while Vanderpump may be ending for some, there's the Valley, which is like a Vanderpump for the older class, right? It's like, what is it, like the Melrose Place to 90210? Does that make sense? Anyway, so it's the pipeline. It's like, all right, once you had fun in Hollywood, you go over the bump, you go over, you cross through the valley, the whatever, the mountain, you know what I'm talking about. And then next thing you know, you're in the Valley, the place where dreams go to die. And how apropos to talk about that here. So this is the article that just came out an hour ago. Bravo announces season 12 of Vanderpump Rules will star a completely new cast. And by the way, people don't like change. Look at Wheel of Fortune. God forbid Pat Sajak retires. And everyone's like, oh, we can't, whenever new things happen, you lose that dopamine that you get from the reliable. We all like the old, it's hard to break in the Christmas music world because we all like our hits. We like the standards. So it might take a while to see if there's going to be success with season 12 of Vanderpump. But I'll tell you this. I don't care if you have a bunch of celebrities or a bunch of no-names. I'm telling you this right now. If they do some shenanigans, if there's hot people doing dumb things, if there's cheating and scandals and drama, Audiences will talk about it, and the show will still be successful. I personally think, no offense to the cast members of Vanderpump, but the fact that they could just pluck up a random host and a random bartender and make a hit show, I think the recipe for the show is less star-driven and more the fact that people that work in restaurants all bang each other. I think that's what it comes down to. If you work in a restaurant, you're probably banging each other. That's just, you got cooks, you got too many cooks in the kitchen, you got waitresses leaning over, asking what time your shift's over. Next thing you know, you got the Vanderpump Rules whole plot. So either way, the network announced on Tuesday, November 26th, that season 12 will feature Lisa Vanderpump. Oh, she doesn't leave. Lisa doesn't leave August. She's the kingpin. She's the godmother of the whole show. And a new batch of close-knit servers who are as complicatedly involved with one another as their iconic predecessors. The new season begins production next year, and a premiere date and cast will be announced later. What a thrill it is to build on the legacy of this series by doing it all over again, executive producer Alex Baskin said in a statement. With profound appreciation for the original group and their iconic run, we can't wait for the audience to see a dynamic new group of coworkers and friends make their way through life together. So it debuted in 2013. Started off as a spinoff of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, that's right. It was just a spinoff, right? So you start with one show. Every show is essentially a spinoff. Every single one of these shows, in one way or another, ties back to Jersey Shore. Just think about it. You know, in the world of acting, you've got the, 7 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. In the world of reality TV, it really all goes back to the original reality show Survivor. That's where it goes back to. It's all connected and evolved into its own franchise. The show originally followed Vanderpump and then staff at her restaurant, Sir. Sheena Shea, Katie Maloney, Tom Sandoval, Kristen, Jax, and Stacey, as they tried to navigate professional and personal conflict. The last 12 years of filming have been an extraordinary run full of laughter, tears, and everything in between. I can't thank enough those who have shared their lives. How I love you all in the restaurant business. One shift always gives way to another. Cheers to the next generation of Vanderpump Rules. Yeah, I think if you look at Below Deck, or actually any Bravo show, if you look at any Bravo show, the recipe is not the star. Like, stars can be made from the show. What I find so interesting, though, is, and I just did a friend's podcast. She's an actress who's been in a bunch of Christmas movies and other things, and her name is Susie Abramite. And it's so interesting when you're an actor playing a different named character, you can do whatever you want on screen and then no one judges you for it. But when you're a reality star, you do these things on screen and then people judge you for it. The parasocial relationship between reality star and audience is so wildly toxic. It's actually interesting to me, and I don't know if it's been studied enough, but we hold people to this standard and people go, well, they said it came out of their mouth. Yeah, while the cameras were rolling. So they have, what you see with these reality stars is an incentive to maintain their debauchery. Debauchery at a reunion, standing up and pointing fingers, like they're all in on it. It's essentially worldwide wrestling. Yet we don't watch worldwide wrestling and go, can you believe Hulk Hogan? Like, we don't. You leave it on the court. You leave it on the playing field. So anyhow, I think if we went back to audiences, not trying to, cancel and this and that, the different people on the show, I think we would get better drama out of them. I noticed this in the Bachelor world. I noticed that the Bachelor contestants are afraid to say certain things. They're afraid to make moves because they know how it's going to play out in their real life, which makes for bad TV. You see this right here with Tom Sandoval, right? So I'm talking to August here. You don't know this, but Tom Sandoval had a restaurant called Schwartz and Sandy. Am I pronouncing that right? Shandy, who cares? And it's actually closing because in part, he cheated on his longtime girlfriend, which is wrong. You shouldn't do that. It's wrong. But at the same time, people left 1-star Yelp reviews, and it's like, let the merits of Schwartz and Sandy's stand on its own. But if you weren't going to go there, don't cancel the place. It's hard enough to run a business. You know what I mean? Because it's not about Sandoval. It's about the cooks and the people that work there that now have to try to find a new job. Maybe the restaurant just sucked and it had nothing to do with Sandoval. You have to believe that sort of prolonged or made this, whatever their situation is, worse. Here's what Tom Sandoval said yesterday regarding the closing of Schwartz and Sandy. A rough week for Sandoval, yeah. He said, with a heavy heart, we've made the difficult decision to close Schwartz and Sandy's at the end of December. This hasn't been an easy choice for my partners and me, but other priorities and commitments have taken hold. While this business venture has been an incredible stepping stone in my life, one I will always cherish, I look forward to exciting new adventures. To our incredible staff and everyone who supported us along the way, you deserve the true recognition. I can't thank you enough for your endless commitment to making Schwartz and Sandy's a place of everlasting memories. We'll be holding a series of events and have availability to host others leading up to our closing night. The allure of being associated with reality TV has hidden what is an amazing spot and location for LA locals as well. I highly recommend you check us out, especially if you haven't yet. Let's get together one last time, Sandoval. And look, you could argue that Schwartz and Sandy's would have never existed if it wasn't for Vanderpump. So reality TV giveth, reality TV it taketh away. That's what fame does. It'll give you opportunities, and then if you, I guess, don't live up to your audience's standard, it'll then take it away, and that's what you have. By the way, I do want to note this entire video I've been making, my son, my beautiful 6-month-old son who's right here, has been on the fritz the whole time. Can we give him a shout out? I think we can do that. I'm going to give him a shout out. The whole time he's been looking at me ready to cry, but you didn't do it. You didn't cry. You stuck by me, and I'm going to reward you. Here, let's check this out here. Here he is. Oh. I have him in a special fit today. I've got him in a Buzz Lightyear tracksuit. Stand up for me. Show everybody your butt. Here, let's do this. For those that are still listening, you might say, Dave, why are you still recording? And to that I answer, why not? It's my channel. If you still want to watch the shenanigans. Oh, boy, are you looking good? Oh, no, he's losing it. Oh, he's losing it. He's getting very tired. You don't want to say hi to everybody? Look over there. Say hi to everybody. He's a star, folks. He's a star. And luckily, he probably won't be doing reality TV. That's how we'll know if we were good parents or not. Did you end up on reality TV? How are you? Oh, he's having a hard one. Yeah, he's doing okay. You going to make it? You going to be okay? Want to give Daddy a kiss? Yeah. All right. Well, for August and for myself, that'll be it for us right now. If you want to check out my podcast, I have all of your entertainment and pop culture news. Check it out. You can scan that QR code right there. Augie, tell them, scan that QR code so I can get braces one day. That's what it's all about, right? Or just search The Rush Hour with Dave Neal. We'll see you there twice a day, every morning, every afternoon. And if I don't see you this week, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I'll be posting my cranberry sauce recipe on my Instagram, so don't go after that fake canned stuff. Right? Go for the goods. Right, son? Want to say anything? He's shy. Okay. Have a good one.